Welcome to today's Daily Thought. I begin with a story of four church ministers from different denominations who were forging a growing friendship, and one day they decide to go off on a fishing trip, and there they are, they're sitting by the river and they're sharing their problems, unburdening themselves, and when it came to their own personal struggles, they thought, well, who better to share our temptations and our sins with than fellow ministers? And so the first minister starts off by saying, well, I have a great drink problem. I drink to excess most evenings, and I'm often drunk, and there are gasps from the other three. But then the second minister says, well, since you've been so honest, I can feel that I can tell you that my problem is that I'm a compulsive gambler, and I have been known to take money out of the church offering on a Sunday to fuel my gambling addiction. Again, there are gasps from the other three. And the third minister says, well, let me tell you that I'm growing rather attached to a lady in my church, and she's a married woman. Wow. And all this time the fourth minister is sitting quietly, he's still not saying anything, and the others are trying to coax him to open up. I don't know how to tell you my problem, he says. Come on, brother, they say, your secret is safe with us. Well, he says, let me tell you that my problem is that I'm a hopeless gossip, and I can't wait to get home. This week we're thinking of the power of words in the book of Proverbs, and how the tongue, according to Proverbs 18:21, has the power of death and life in it. That things that we say, the words that come out of our mouths, have the power to do great harm or to bring great healing. And if that is the case, then gossip is one of the ways in which our tongue, our words, can do great harm. Proverbs 18 verse 8 says this: the words of a gossip are like choice morsels, they go down to the inmost parts. And what that's saying is that gossip is like tasty bits of food that we greedily swallow up. That's why we talk about a juicy piece of gossip, and the newspapers and the magazines know that with their gossip columns as they feed us tidbits of information from the lives of others. But the problem is that gossip is junk food that does us no help at all, no good at all, and certainly no good for the people that it talks about. Here are some verses from Proverbs that deal with this subject of gossip. Proverbs 16:28, a perverse person stirs up conflict, and a gossip separates close friends. Chapter 20 verse 19, a gossip betrays a confidence, so avoid anyone who talks too much. Chapter 26 verse 20, without wood a fire goes out, without a gossip a quarrel dies down. You see, gossip, according to Proverbs, ruins friendships, destroys trust, and only fuels quarrels. Have you gossiped about someone recently? Have you betrayed a confidence? Have you disclosed a secret? Have you added to the fire of some disagreement with a careless piece of gossip? Remember, death and life are in the power of the tongue. So get a hold on this sin of gossip. Proverbs chapter 13 verse 3 says, those who guard their lips preserve their lives, but those who speak rashly will come to ruin. So don't be like that fisherman come minister. Instead, aim to develop friendships that are built on honesty and trust. Amen.